And welcome inside DLS Weekly. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, Mike Lang, and Jason Winchell. Shout out to Pat for coming up with that
hashtag DLS Weekly.
It's going to catch on. So
we spent
hashtag DLS.
Literally spent seconds on that name.
Yeah. I like it. Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I like it a lot. An action-packed show here tonight, fellas. 3 teams scheduled to be on. Again, we'll see how that progresses here tonight. But we're back here at the Christiana Buffalo Wild Wings, live here for another edition of DLS Weekly. Guys, how we doing? Pat, me and you had a nice game yesterday. Howard at AI, Mike and Jay, we'll talk to you in a second. A big game last night, Middletown and Salesianum. So we were everywhere yesterday.
It was a wild day. And Jay, I know that you had a lot of fodder to go down to the bunker with, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, yep. It was a lot of changes after yesterday's game, that's for sure.
Well, Nick, you mentioned it, man. Action-packed show here tonight. New basketball top 10s, which we're going to dive into here in just a little bit. Some open roundtable discussions, and as you said, a couple great guests headlined by Ursuline and Archmere ahead of their big-time basketball matchup next Tuesday for opening up February on a high note with those two teams. So we're definitely looking forward to that in the first state orthopedics game of the week next week. So with that, we kind of hinted at it there, Nick. Let's look at these new top 10s, which should be flashing up on the screen when our producer's ready to go. But before we get the graphic up there, let's talk about it. A newcomer to the girls basketball top 10 at Delaware, Christian at number 10, 7-2 overall. St. George's bumps up a spot to 9. Wilmington Charter stays at 8. Tatnall, Woodbridge, Caravel say that the top 8 stay the same, with the only difference being St. George's at Delmarva Christian. Fellas, taking a look at that girls' top 10, what kind of jumps out? Is obviously kind of staying chalk, but the Delmarva Christian team sneaking in there now.
Yeah, and they're playing at Caravel tonight. Game was moved from Friday because of the possible weather coming in over the weekend. They have 2 or 3 girls that are really, really good that people just don't know about because they don't see Delmarva Christian play, but that's a talented team they have down there, led by the sharpshooting guard Ainsley Bell, and she's going to get some All-State consideration this year. They also have Sierra Troyer, and I'm blanking on the other. I'm really sorry, blanking on the other girl's name. That's a good team down there, and they're playing, like I said, at Caravel tonight, so that's probably a good one.
Absolutely.
And it came down, I think, to their head-to-head game with Lake Forest last week. It was good to see, they beat Lake Forest, so that's a good win for Delmarva Christian, and that's why they got in. Appo, who was in there, lost that St. George's team, but they also lost to a out-of-state team over the weekend. They were also in consideration for that 10th spot. So I think that 9th and 10th spot all year is going to be pretty much, a race to see who stays there. But those top 8 look like locks right now, just staying in the top 8 for most of the season.
And Nick, taking a look at the boys' top 10, shakeups potentially coming.
Yeah, there are some shakeups coming. I don't know if you guys want to dive right into it right now. We'll talk about it here after we conclude the top 10 for this week. Smyrna's still there at number 10. They will be talked about in a few minutes. Caravel at number 9, guys, a team we had a chance to check out last week, playing some really good basketball. They get a big win Monday over undefeated at the time Woodbridge. They're at number 9. William Penn, 9-2. They slide in here at number 8, coming off that loss to Salesianum last Saturday. Middletown, the 7th-ranked team, at 7-4. Appo beating Middletown last week, so they slide up to 6. Sally's, now they're starting to get those wins in a row now that they're playing in state. 3-6, they're at the 5 spot. Howard, we saw them lose to Sanford last week. They dropped from 1 to 4. Sanford moves to 3. Tower Hill to 2. And your new number 1 for this week was Dover. And Pat, you do not want to be number 1 at the beginning of a week here in the state of Delaware.
Yeah, let's talk about it, fellas.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. So Dover's implanted at number 1. Big matchup last night with Smyrna, and once again, the kiss of death. It's like that Grim Reaper meme that keeps going down the hallway and the different doors. Dover, the next victim, it sounds like, Jay.
Yeah, and it's funny. It always seems like it's Tuesday. The rankings come out Monday.
Yeah.
They lose the next day. They don't even get through the week. They just lose that next day. But, it just shows you the parity. Me and Glenn mentioned it in our stream last night. The parity from top to bottom. Sign me up.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the DIAA, those quarterfinals are on Saturday. It's four different times.
Yeah.
You know, we want to go watch these games because there's going to be 4 excellent quarterfinals on the boys' side. And the parity there this year, there's not that one dominant team like you've seen in years past.
Right.
It's wide open, and I like it. I think the parity's there. And during the season, you're having all these top 10 matchups. They're playing each other this year. Last year, they had to play conference games because of the less games and
COVID.
Central.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's great to see it, and you know, we had up and down the state last night, a lot of more great games.
Yeah. And Dover obviously has been on a rampage to start the season. How big of a win is this for Smyrna, or perhaps should we starting to be taking notice of the Eagles here?
Well, yeah, they're at number 10 right now, and you know, that was a road win for them. That's, you know, we've all been to Dover to watch games. That's a tough place for a visitor to go in and win. But I tell you, whoever's number 1 on this Sunday coming up, you know, their next game. I don't know if you guys watch Family Guy, but you ever see like Death walking around the show on Family Guy? They're going to be looking over their shoulder to see if he's there, because who wants to be number 1? Nobody wants to be number 1. I don't think it's just been the black cloud following the number 1 all over the place. So it's fun for us. I don't know about the coaches, but it's fun for us.
Yeah. 2 big games, Lish Gregory and Devin DeMo were getting it done for the Eagles there, and got to give a shout out to Twitter Phil, man. He was actually the one keeping me updated on the scores, watching it on the NFHS Network camera there.
I want to tell Phil, by the way. Phil wants us to update the top 10 rankings like a half hour after the game. Come on.
He was ready, man. He was ready.
Phil, it's once a week, Phil. Just calm down.
Every Monday, Phil. Every Monday.
But again,
Patience, my boy.
One big game last night, the couple others, and Middletown, Salesian, and being one of those other games. Jay and Mike, you had a chance to be live in the house for that one, and what was a very good ball game. Obviously, high intensity from tip-off to finish. Just talk a little bit about the Sows and the Cavaliers last night. A big top 10 matchup with some implications come next week's rankings.
It was. It was. We still have a couple of Salesian players here, and we can ask them later. But it was. Like you mentioned, it was high intensity. It was emotional. It was very chippy in the first half. It was. You know, Salesian. They're still on the south side of 500, but I'm convinced already they belong where they're ranked, and they went into Middletown and they wanted to show people that their win over William Penn was not a fluke. They've got a really tough schedule going forward. By the way, I want to give credit to the referees last night. They right before halftime we had the double technical, and they told the coaches at halftime, that's it, no more of this stuff, and we had a very clean second half, and they did a great job settling everything down.
Yeah, they basically told the kids, told the coaches, they pulled them over right in front of me and Glenn, and basically said, if this happens in the second half, game's over. Wow. So, you know, they did, and I think that was a good message to send. The emotions were high, like Mike said. I thought they did a good job getting in there. A great job by the staff at Middletown, too, just making sure everyone stayed in their seats and it didn't get out of control. But, you know, what I like about Sally's is against William Penn, they jumped out to a 23-12 lead after one. And last night they were up 24-10 after one. So you can get out to the good starts in the first quarter. Pat, we saw them against St. E's. I think they were up 6-5.
It was very slow scoring. Yeah.
And I think that, you know, when you're playing these top teams, why not play from ahead? And it's so much easier to play with the lead. And Middletown came after them. They cut it to as low as 7 points. And every time they got to 7, Sally's had an answer. So it was a really good game. And I'll tell you what, I would love to see that rematch in the quarterfinal or semifinal or final.
Could be coming.
They're a 3-point shooting machine. Salesian. It's amazing how smooth they are from outside. And I mean, they have multiple guys who can shoot the three, and it's such a weapon for them. And they look real. Middletown looked good. Sally's looked a little bit better last night. That's a really good team.
And we talked about them depth-wise, 11 scorers yesterday. You know, when you're playing those top 5 battles, if you can get points from 11 different players, bodes well for you.
Absolutely.
Should be good.
Yeah, it should be a good one. And speaking of Salesian, we're going to have them joining us here after the break. Part 1 of 3 team interviews that we're going to get into tonight. Should be a fantastic show. Ursula and Archmere also will join us up here as well. So we're going to take our first break here of DLS Weekly. When we come back, Salesian will be joining us. We'll be right back.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health-screened craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health-screened craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our...
Your home. Your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home. Your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome back into the newly coined DLS Weekly, right here to Christiana Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks once again for everybody tuning in. First 3 guests here tonight, it's the Salesianum boys basketball team. Fellas, let yourselves introduce yourselves and give us a favorite menu item here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Do some icebreakers.
Okay. Justin Mullen, favorite menu item. Gotta go with classic wings. I'm not a big hot guy, so I'm just gonna stay with barbecue wings.
More than respectable.
Isaiah Hinton here. Favorite menu item, probably boneless wings. Okay. Barbecue boneless wings.
Nolan Harmon, and I'd probably say honey barbecue wings.
Barbecue chicken, man. Shaq would be proud. Shaq would be proud. All right, fellas, hey, let's dive right into it. You guys have a very, very tough schedule. Started early in the season with out-of-state opponents, regional opponents, but really, really tough out-of-state opponents. You know, talk a little bit, it was a struggle, right? Talk a little bit about that experience and how that's gotten you or helped you get to where you're at now.
Well, first of all, I'm glad we played those type of teams. Mm-hmm. You know, overall for like multiple reasons. I mean, recruiting-wise, playing against the best guys in the area gives us looks, gives younger guys like him looks, stuff like that. But also it prepares us for like playoff time. You know, once we start getting into good Delaware teams, we're already tested against an athletic New McGrady team, and they're already pressing our feet. Like we don't see those same athletes in Delaware, but we're already prepared and ready for them earlier.
I would say the same thing. We definitely learned how to deal with adversity. Like, we're not the biggest, strongest team to play out of state, but that like scrappiness, defensive mindset kind of carried into Middletown. Like Middletown yesterday, we rebounded the ball well, started early on defense, and it carried over.
Yeah, and again, you led me right in my next question. I would say, what did you learn about yourself? But obviously, dealing with adversity, you just mentioned. Anything else that you kind of learned that maybe brought you guys together, playing those tough teams early in the season? Anything jump out at you?
Early on, I think, at least I came into the season, high hopes, kind of thought we were it, like this was the year, and then we came into some of those out-of-state games, and it was just humbling. Kind of realize what we needed to do and how we need to work and practice and other things to really be ready to win a state championship.
For sure. And Nolan, talk a little bit about 6 games in a row, really tough stretch. I mean, were you guys as a team still focused on, hey, we're going to bounce back, we got the in-state schedule coming up? I mean, was that always in the back of your guys' minds?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like our coach did a great job of keep reminding us that, and we always believed in ourselves, so that's it.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, to harp on that, I mean, after those 6 games, Coach Trev did a great job of kind of resetting us and regrounding us to get ready for the in-state. Obviously, the out-of-state was important and a focus. We were trying as hard as we can to win games and all like that. But I mean, we can't do anything about it now, so we just look back, learn, and then reset, refocus,
Keep rolling.
and start rolling the in-state.
Roll to ass.
Yeah, and again, we just talked about it. You've reeled off now 3 straight in-state wins, all big ones here as of late. What has been clicking for you guys? What has been working out there on the floor, able to get 3 in a row now?
Definitely staying in the moment for us. I think like some of our out-of-state games, we started off bad, and everyone's in the locker room looking at like what they can do better, like themselves. I think it's better if we look at it as a team. That's what we've been doing more of, just staying in the moment together.
I spoke with you guys a little bit after the St. E's game. We kind of harped on rebounding, defense, and just being more physical and tougher than the other teams, especially after kind of just getting, honestly, out-hustled and out-strength almost against the out-of-state teams. We wanted to come back in Delaware and do what those out-of-state teams did to us.
Working so far.
Justin, you're looking like you're getting healthy again. I know you were fighting through some injuries there for a while. You had 20 and 10 last night, and Jay had pointed out he added stuff up. 48 and 24 over the last 2 games. How close are you to 100%, and do you think that it's starting to click now that you're getting healthier?
I think I've definitely gotten healthier. Obviously, first game, a great first half, and then had a pretty bad ankle injury, kind of an ankle that I've struggled with earlier. Rehab, got back, probably pushed a little too hard against Imhotep. Okay. But now, I mean, I'm 90-95%, starting to get healthy, starting to get my legs under me. A lot of those games I was just playing sick, injured, and just like not there. But I feel like I'm starting to get there, and starting to put things together. Hopefully keep it going.
And now, guys, let's focus a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about last night, then kind of look ahead to Friday night. We'll be there in attendance as well then. But yesterday, big top 10 matchup against Middletown, packed house over there. A lot of people watching that game online last night. Talk a little bit about that, your 3rd straight win in a row, fellas. What was working last night? A high-intensity game there last night.
Rebounding. That was the thing that was circled on the board for us in the beginning of the game. Just rebound, play defense, start from the defensive end, because we knew they were a chippy team. Of course, you saw what they did to Justin. Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to rebound and just play hard, and that carried over into our offensive game too. So.
Looking up here at the schedule, we'll go from towards the end and work our way up to this game that's coming up Friday. Howard, who we got ranked in our top 5. St. E's and St. Mark's right outside that top 10. Caravel at 9. Sanford, I think we got at 3. Tower Hill's at number 2. Appo's at number 6, I believe. And then Smyrna, who's going to jump up at some point. I mean, talk about the challenge ahead, starting with that Smyrna game. I mean, what have you seen from them? Obviously, they're kind of coming into their own a little bit.
I mean, looking at their whole schedule in general, a lot of people see, out-of-state schedule, that's so tough, they're going to come back. But, like, our in-state schedule isn't a breeze either.
No, right.
We go out of our way to schedule the top teams in the state. Yeah. I mean, that's what we want, and that's what makes us better. But looking at Smyrna, I mean, they're hot. They're red hot. Beating Seaford, Dover.
It's our get-back game we lost last year.
And obviously, looking back to last year, I was there. We were all there. losing the semifinals was hard, and it just gives us more fight and more will to win. You know?
And obviously there's something about this team. I mean, everybody looking at you guys now, really starting to get it together. What do you guys think separates maybe this squad from teams in the past? And what do you think is maybe, again, one feature thing about this squad?
I definitely say that we're very deep. Like, we have a lot of depth. Like, we have Kareem Thomas, Justin Hines, a lot of young guys that are ready to go, along with, like, Nolan, Will, that are just, even though they don't get in the game that much, they're still there encouraging us and keeping us going. We get down on ourselves, and it's just, like, great, honestly. The whole team's together. We're bonding.
And I think we're well sprinkled with young talent and some older guys, too.
Right.
All up and down. We got some senior leaders, even some junior guys that stepped up. And then we got some young guys like Isaiah here, and Justin and Green, who are sophomores, and they're killing it. But that kind of, having that leadership experience mixed with that young spark, it's just what's kind of got us going.
For sure. All right, well, here we go, fellas. Last question. We'll have a little bit of fun here. If you've been watching the show, don't know if you guys watch, this is a common one that comes up, so you may have already had, a little bit of a thought in here. AirPods, if you got it blasting in the speakers, whatever you got. What's the go-to song prior to tip that gets you in the zone?
Ooh, you gotta go no chill. You gotta go no chill.
All right, as a team?
No,
Or like myself.
You can go both.
Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Gunna, Definitely like Poochie Gal. It's my favorite song.
Is he pushing P?
Yeah, he's pushing P. He's pushing P. He's pushing P for sure.
Well, what you got?
Huh?
Favorite song?
Probably Humble by Lil Baby.
Okay. Ready? I'm gonna go with Treasure by Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, there you go.
It's always different.
It's just
talented.
The happy and good vibes.
He's talented.
It makes the whole team relax, and we kind of just all get excited and get happy. Like,
Tremendous.
it's game day.
I'm gonna
It's
start
not like,
listening to it. We'll start playing like you guys a little bit as you are as of late. Anyway.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it again, guys. Thanks for joining us here
Yes,
tonight,
thank you.
and good luck on Friday against Smyrna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'll do it here for this segment of DLS Weekly. When we come back, we'll be joined by Ursula Archmere, and we'll keep the show rolling right here live from Buffalo Wild Wings. Ursula.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned
wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit BryansLoans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822. Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 20
Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not...
And welcome back inside DSL Weekly. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang. And we now have the luxury of being joined by the 7-3 Ursuline Red Raiders. Ursuline, thanks for joining us here tonight on this nice Wednesday. How you guys feeling?
Good.
There we go. In unison. That's it. It's going to be a good show. We're ready
the whole
to rock.
team, Nick.
Yeah, we're ready to rock. Coach John Noonan also in the house here, up behind the ones and twos over there. But just to get started, a couple quick questions. Not everyone has to answer if you don't want to. Favorite Buffalo Wild Wings menu item now that we're here on location, live from Buffalo Wild Wings. And you can introduce yourself, before you answer.
My name is Jaslyn. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite has to be fries.
Fries? How about that? There you go. Anybody else want to give it a go?
I'm Sophia, and I'm a junior, and my favorite is the regular buffalo wings.
Okay, there you go.
Let's get one more.
I'm Catherine. I'm a freshman, and probably the chicken tenders and fries.
Chicken tenders and fries. That would be the first chicken tender platter.
Hi, my name's Hannah Kelly, and I'm a junior, and I would have to say the same thing: chicken fingers and fries.
That's a lot of fries, a lot of popular fries.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and I'm a freshman, and I love buffalo chicken tenders, like mild, like they're so good. Sorry.
We're going to make an ad out of this right here. You go, Buffalo Wild Wings. We have promo.
All right.
Hey, we'll keep it. Okay, so we'll get.
We're good with the food, huh?
Yeah, I guess you guys ready to rock. So
go
let's
to the real
jump into
questions
it.
here, yeah.
So Ursuline 7-3 so far on the season. Obviously a great start to your guys' year this year. Some tough matchups out of state to begin your season. Talk a little bit about those games and what you learned about yourselves and how that better prepared you for where you are now.
Those games are practice for when it comes down to the tournament. We like to really challenge ourselves within the pressure and the offensive keys that we have to work on going throughout the season.
Ladies, last night when you played St. George's, a really good team, they had your two leading scorers, I know where I'm going, are freshmen. How important is the youth on this team? Hannah, you're one of you and Ella are the veterans on this team. What's it like having freshmen and sophomores that you can really count on? You just hand her a microphone. And then where's Ella?
I'm right here.
She can answer too.
I think it's great to have youth on the team. These two freshmen, they bring a lot to the table, and they still are so young, so they have like a lot of room to grow, which I think is also great. So.
The success we're seeing right now is the depth we have within our team. We can rely on anyone at any night, no matter if you're hitting your shots or not. Our defense, we really work together, and that's just our team.
And we mentioned it's 7-3 so far on the season. Great season for you guys so far. What kind of separates this team maybe from some teams in the past? What has really been working for you battling the hardwood this year?
You can answer so.
I think this year we set a goal in the beginning of the year, and that goal was to get to the state tournament and finish it all the way. We don't want to stop short, and I think we've really stuck to it in practice. We've been working on our shots, working on our footwork, making sure our defense is down, and we're talking. So I think we just had a goal, and we're sticking to it.
Nick, you mentioned the schedule. They played at the Diamond State and had a couple of tough games there. Just looking ahead, girls, you have Conrad on Friday, you get Archmere Tuesday, and then also on the schedule, Paddle is playing a lot better now. Caravel, Sanford, Woodbridge, St. E's, 4 games in a row, and then you get St. Mark's and Cape Henlopen open to attend this season. We asked the Salesianum guys about their schedule. Who wants to talk about what it's like playing that kind of schedule and how it gets you ready for the postseason? I see a volunteer right there on the end. Make sure you introduce yourself. Oh, it's in. No.
Fake out.
Oh, I got faked out.
Playing different teams and different styles of play really gets you ready for the state tournament. Then also just having fun within those games. So playing on Monday, practice on Tuesday, getting another one on Wednesday. Just that weekend could be good or bad, but the flow of the week will determine the season.
You know, and typically with some teams, there's maybe a moment during the year that, you know, maybe was cemented in your memory, a big moment in the year that maybe stands out as a turning point for you guys during the year. Is there a game or a practice, a big moment maybe that you all remember that kind of you got better from, or something that kind of stood out this year?
Now we have a volunteer. Now behind you, Jess.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
We'll take both answers.
We can have both the answers.
I think personally, when our guards hit the threes, like when we do like really good plays and we execute it well, when they finish off with a 3 or any of our posts like finish off with a layup or a 2-pointer, I think that's the best moments of practice.
There you go, some execution.
Yep.
Absolutely. Anybody
else? Had that behind you.
I would definitely say the 3 practices and the St. E's game. It was just a very exciting moment because it was our first really big matchup, especially in a top team in the state. So I definitely think it was a very good practice to like prepare for and have the excitement of winning or losing. It was just a good feeling in your stomach, basically.
Yeah, big win for you guys.
I just remember the week leading up to St. E's too, because I just remember the pride in all of everyone's faces. They like knew like this was it. This is our time, and we're gonna come alive right now.
Yeah, Nick, I was at that St. Elizabeth's game. It was, I think the atmosphere in the gym that night was something else. After, for those of you who were on varsity last year, or in the JV, playing in front of small crowds or no crowds, what's it been like having people back in the stands? And you guys have a great student section out there. What's it like getting that support inside the gym? And who wants to answer that? It looks like
Ursuline as a school, we're very spirit heavy, so we build off of each other. Going to pep rallies at school and then just supporting each other as a whole. That's definitely been a good energy builder. And then just walking into school the next day, having good games, good job, all good battles, like blah, blah, blah. You all complement each other.
So what do we know about Archmere? I know you guys have played in the past, and that's your opponent on. I know we're going to skip past Conrad. We're streaming your game against Archmere on Tuesday. Who wants to talk about what Archmere brings to the table? I'm looking at Hannah.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen much of Archmere play this year, and also like in the past, our games and scrimmages have been canceled against them. So I guess we're kind of all in the unknown, but we're ready for any competition, and we practice hard for any opponent.
Anyone else? So yeah, big game coming up on Tuesday. Obviously, don't want to overlook Conrad on Friday. Another big matchup for you there as well. So a couple big ones coming up. But before we let y'all go here, usually we like to round it off with a fun question here. You know, tip-off's about half hour away, maybe even 10 minutes. You're out on the court, you're warming up, you got your earphones on. If you could play one song in your earphones, you're ready. Everybody, we got fingers pointing. We got it all. So one song to get you amped up, get you ready for a big matchup. What's it going to be? We can go around here quickly.
All right. Okay, so I know this is going to sound really crazy and weird, but I love to listen to This Is the Life by Hannah Montana. Really good. I recommend every single one of you to listen to it.
One of our team songs is Shots. We go really hard on that song before our games. It's our favorite.
I would also like to add any Rihanna song.
So very music oriented is what we're here, right? You like your music. That's what we like to see. Let's go. Anybody else? Yeah.
I'm a Summer Walker type girl.
So if you guys had to, which song would Coach Noonan play if it was up to him?
I got it.
Sweet Caroline.
Take Me Home, Country Roads, or any song by Pearl Jam.
Oh yeah, thanks. Pearl Jam all the way for John over there.
I'll say that the music diversity up here at the table, it's
so.
going well.
I just want you guys. I went to high school with Coach Panuto. But I don't have any stories to tell you about Frank. But what would Frank play? If do you guys know what Frank's musical tastes are?
Oh no, we haven't tried.
Frank likes a lot of old music, but I specifically remember one time at practice, he was like, it would be so cool if we came out to Thunder, and now we play it at our games, so.
There you go.
I've personally heard a private concert by Coach Panuto. I have, and it's really good. Like, he listened to his old band, so like I 10 out of 10 recommend.
See, Nick, when you get the interview with just the players and the coaches are over there, they can't reply back.
All bets are on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I hope Frank and I are still friends after this.
Well, ladies, thank you so much. Before we let you, anybody else have a song? Again, we got about a couple more, so we're good to go. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Wednesday. Some big games for you guys on Friday and Tuesday with Archmere. Thanks so much for joining us at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Thank you.
All right. That'll do it. That's the Ursuline Red Raiders. We're going to take a break. Pat and Jay, they'll be coming up with the Archmere Hawks right after the break. Stay right here.
Hang on 1 second.
Not just where you live.
Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
What it means to be local. We started here and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets. We like it. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets.
You can as well. Whatever you guys want to do.
We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local
the game yesterday got postponed.
Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere.
Can't make this up.
We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Welcome back into DLS Weekly. We're going to get that hashtag right. DLS Weekly here at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm joining here with Jason Winchell and, of course, the Archmere Lady Hawks. You guys go by Lady Hawks or just Hawks? The Archmere Hawks girls basketball team, Coach Bizzani and crew here. And ladies, I'll have you guys introduce yourself first and foremost, and then a fun fact or favorite menu item from Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm Lauren Kim. I'm a senior, and my favorite menu item is probably the mild wings.
Good choice.
I'm Bridget Hamburger. I'm also a senior, and my favorite menu item is the honey barbecue wings.
Great selection. And Coach started the year off 3-0. Really good start to the season. Had some really tough matchups here of late. Talk a little bit about the team this year and the season as it progresses. And now, you got, I think, 10 more games, 11 more games to go. What you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so we got off to a great start, and then we played a really tough schedule as of late, and it's something we've always tried to do to be battle tested, to be ready for the state tournament. We always want to go out and play the best, and we played two really tough out-of-state teams. We just played a good Caravel, good St. E's team. Yep. We got some good ones coming up the next few weeks, and credit to these girls. We've lost 4 of our last 5, which for a lot of teams, especially teams who are used to being a top 10 team and being a contender, is going to get kids down, and kids are going to quit you a little bit, but these girls haven't done that. St. E's, we played a rough first half last Friday night. We were down, I think, 22 at the half. So what do you think? It's like completely jinxed?
Technology.
I think we have bad juju.
No, what do you want?
We got to do something to change that tomorrow.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Well, some may say the true measure of a team is how they handle adversity. All right, Nick Halliday handling adversity over there, and you know what? You guys, as well as a lot of other teams, have had to handle a lot of adversity the last couple of years through postponements. I mean, Coach, you had talked to us about the Newark Charter game. That the power went out. ladies, as players, how do you keep that focus when you don't know if you're going to play as scheduled with COVID and all this other stuff going on? How are you guys keeping your focus through the tough, past couple seasons here?
Yeah, I think a lot of it goes out to the rest of our teammates and Coach Pisani and the rest of our coaching staff. They do such a good job keeping us engaged at practices and keeping our focus on taking it one game at a time. You don't have to look down the road and say we have to win all these games. Take it one day at a time and be grateful that you're playing that game in the moment.
Absolutely.
Like Bridget said, it was really disappointing about the game yesterday, but we just never get down on ourselves, and we just always work hard at practice and lift each other up. So.
Absolutely.
Coach, we're doing your game Tuesday. It's the first state orthopedic game of the week against Ursuline. What challenges will that Ursuline team present to this Archman?
Yeah, I mean, coaching the state for a while, obviously they're always a tough opponent every year. John does a great job with that team. And especially with this year's team, they're deep. They can beat you a lot of ways. Got a lot of different kids who can score. They play good defense. They're a well-rounded basketball team. It's not like you have to just go out and stop one player. You really prepare as a whole team for a whole team against them.
Ladies, looking ahead here, as we mentioned, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 games left here to finish the season out. What's one thing you ladies are looking forward to, both individually and as a group, to finish the season out on a high note?
Well, the past 2 seasons, I've actually suffered a lot of injuries, so I'm excited to make it through a basketball season fully healthy and everything. And as a group, I'm excited for us. I think we have a good chance to make it back to the quarterfinals, and I'm excited for us as a younger group this year to go and experience that thrill of the postseason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Ursuline and all those hard teams this year. There's some well-coached teams out there, and it should be exciting to play them.
Absolutely. So we asked this question to everybody, right? And I'm sure you've heard the first two groups up here. Maybe not. Maybe you're locked in, getting ready for your time in the spotlight. But if there's one song pregame that's getting you ready to go, getting you ready for the game, what is it?
Run This Town by Kanye.
All right. Okay.
Mine's The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Coach?
His is Disney music. I can tell you that for a fact. It's Disney music.
Yeah, I know I'm not getting out there. The girls give me a hard time with that. I'm pretty sure my 2 little kids are watching, so I'd say right now it's the Encanto soundtrack. So
it's tremendous.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
fantastic.
a little bit.
Yeah, so that's been probably my most played song on Spotify recently. So shout out to my sons Eli and Liam too, who are watching.
It's tremendous. There you have it. Well, hey, you ladies, you got a good finish to the schedule coming up. We're looking forward to how the season ends up. Best of luck against Ursuline, and also Concord and Friends beforehand. Best of luck in those games as well. Thanks for coming on, and we do look forward to seeing you again here in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Not a problem. There you have it. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Nick and Mike are going to rejoin us, break down a couple hot topics, and finish the show out right here on DLS Weekly.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
DLS Weekly. We're going to pound that into submission until we get it here.
DLS.
DLS Weekly, man. Welcome back in, ladies and gents. Thanks again to Salesianum, Ursuline, and Archmere basketball teams hopping on here and hanging out with us for a few minutes here. Really, we do appreciate it. Nick Asadrini, once again, Jay and Mike joining us here. And, while we have it, again, we're going to flash the graphics, our top 10s for basketball this week. Take a look at it. They will be subject to change without further notice with the way that this season has gone.
Let's kick it off with the girls' top 10.
As
we did earlier. Again, fresh off our interviews with Ursuline and Archmere. And Pat, just take a look quickly at the new top 10 for this week. Delmarva Christian going from unranked to cracking the top 10 for the first time this season at 7-2. They sit at 10. St. George's Tech moves up a spot to number 9 after not being number 10 last week. Wilmington Charter, Tatnall, and Woodbridge rounding out 8, 7, and 6. Not a lot of movement this week. The top 8 staying the same. Sanford, your top team. Cape, your second team. Ursuline behind us coming in ranked 3rd. St. Elizabeth's 4th. And the Caravel Bucks 5, Jay.
And don't forget that 1 and 2 play on Saturday at 1:30 at Sanford. Cape makes the trip up, weather permitting. And we are
big announcement.
Yeah, breaking news. We just found out we will be at Sanford to bring you the number 1 versus number 2 matchup.
Should be a good one.
That should be a good one.
Switching gears to the boys' top 10. Taking a look at that up there. As we had mentioned, again, this is subject to change without further notice, no doubt about it.
Sorry,
Phil, right now, your Eagles are sitting at number 10. Obviously, the big win. They may be moving up next week. Caravel at 9, hopping into the top 10. 10, Middletown, they drop with their losses. Appo moves up with the win. Sally's moves up with the win. Howard with a tough loss to Sanford drops out to number 4. Sanford, big move up. Tower Hill, big move up. Dover, it's going to be a brief stint, but they are right now your number 1 team in the state of Delaware.
Hey, they're not alone in those brief stints.
I know.
It's been all year.
Is it 4 weeks in a row now?
Yeah.
And it's like 4 weeks in a row now.
And Howard was up there, and
Seaford. You had Seaford, and Sally starting. So you had Sally,
Seaford, Dover,
Howard,
Sanford, or not
Middletown.
Sanford,
Were they up there? Who knows?
Middletown.
I can't even keep track.
Yeah.
Either
Can't
way,
keep track of this stuff.
Yeah.
And that can just tell you again a little preview how exciting this tournament's going to be. Didn't say open tournament, just playoff tournament. We're not sure yet. In just a little while, should be an exciting season as the teams try to wrap it up and come playoff time.
Absolutely, and this has become maybe our one of our new favorite segments on the show this year. Is these hot topic items, right? Where there's a lot of opinions on either side. And we're going to continue that open table conversation here. This first topic we want to talk about, should the state of Delaware, boys and girls, adopt a shot clock now that the NFHS has made it allowable to begin in the 2022-2023 season? And if there are any hurdles, what are some of them that you think would have to be jumped over to get it?
And
is it a good idea, and what would the hurdles be?
And there's one right answer. Jay.
Well, I love the idea. And you know, I think you play with it the next level. And these teams that have come out from Maryland and the 8 states that had it, they tend to fit in better when they get to the college thing. So I think for player-wise, I think it would be good for the state of Delaware. But there is hurdles.
Yeah.
Cost being one of them. And I know you could probably give facts. It's probably not as expensive as some people think it is. But there's issues, and the board will vote on it, and it will be I think it will be tough to get in this year. But I do think eventually, you know, it might be 25, 26 when we see it, but eventually I think it could come to the state of Delaware, because I think coaches and players want it in there. I think it will help the players in the next level.
Without a doubt. I completely agree. You want to develop the players in the state of Delaware and better the game within the state, this is the way to do it. It's going to force coaches to get more creative in terms of an offensive game plan. It's going to force the players to really have to learn an offense, because if you sit out there and you're stagnant for a 35, 40-second shot clock, you're having empty possessions. You're losing games. It's going to force them and their competitive drive to learn how to run an offensive game plan. I think there's really only benefits in terms of the skill development and in terms of the overall product that goes out on the floor. But I understand the hurdles. I understand them, even though I have yet to hear an answer as to how much, like, what is the price point that is causing a lot of athletic directors to be like,
and I
we
think
can't do it.
They can get help with the purchasing of the clocks. You know, one of the
BSN
other
Sports.
One of the other things, and I don't think it's a huge hurdle, is a lot of these schools, they have to pay somebody to come in and operate the clock. I don't think it's that expensive. I don't think it's insurmountable.
I think they could find.
It's not insurmountable. How much would it cost to have a teacher come in and hit a clock on and off for
$20 to
an hour and a
$40
half?
There's got to be some watching the game anyway that would love to.
So I don't think it's insurmountable. Nick, the right answer, you're right, is to get the clock.
Get the clock. Camera on me. Solo camera. Up close. Shot clock. Let's get it.
I mean, you got Packett sit in the corner with his phone and just yell 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's just like the Sixers assistant that if you're a Sixers fan, you know 5, 4 every time. But no, seriously.
It is seriously though. On a serious note, it would help advance the game so much with these, you know, young guys, young ladies playing the game just at the next level. Me and Pat talk about this, it seems like almost every week on the broadcast. It's just, I think it would go a long way if we were able to do it, and I think it should be done.
Absolutely. Let's switch gears, Nick. I think that's a good final thought on that. Next topic, the DIAA board meetings. Mike and Jay, I know you guys have tuned in to quite a few of these things. Why aren't they able to come to a decision on out-of-season coaching is one topic, and number of minimum games in order to get into a tournament? What are some of the hurdles that they're coming across right now?
Because I believe these keep getting delayed, right? They're pushing it back week after week.
Yeah, before you know, it'll be the end of the season.
Yeah. I don't want to bash the board. I think you know, they're volunteers, and they're doing this for the kids.
Right.
But if they were football players, they'd all be punters. They just don't seem to want to make a decision. The out-of-state coaching thing has been going on for 3 years now. They're looking for, it's like the Flyers. They're looking for the perfect pass. They want the perfect play. There's 49 other states. They could go to other states and say, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have?
Right.
And model on that. They're waiting for the Public Integrity Commission. They're waiting for there's legislation was introduced last year that's still active because it's a 2-year legislative session.
Right.
I think they're just waiting for the perfect system. There's not going to be a perfect system. They're going to have to maybe do some tinkering. As far as the minimum games go, they just seem to got caught off guard by two things: by the resurgence of the COVID. And the weather, which they didn't really have to deal with the last couple of years. We haven't had snow. And now you're looking at another weekend, potentially this weekend.
Right.
We have a game Saturday? Maybe. We'll see what happens. You know, what happens if if they don't reduce the minimum, a team is 12-2 and not eligible for the state tournament? What kind of outcry are you going to have? You know, I don't know. They said they're going to wait. They have more time. You know, there's teams playing 4 games a week, multiple times this season,
which is
technically not allowed. So anyway, Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think the minimum number of games needed to be discussed and voted on last meeting. I mean, that was the whole purpose of having that one. Donna brought it up, said that we got to try and get this done. And the first answer, well, we're looking at the schedule and everyone's playing 18 games. It took someone from the public comment thing to say, hey, but they're also breaking the rules. They're playing 4 games in 5 days. They're students first.
Right.
We got to get this, they're students first. And I think sometimes that the board, like Mike said, they just want to be too perfect. And you got to remember that you're there for the kids. And that's why I also think that, this year with the kids, and one board member said it, the kids have to deal with the adversity of having to wear a mask, having games canceled, everything that's happening. Why not just make it an open tournament for them? For this this 1 year, you didn't see that coming. Yet you didn't see it coming. It adds 1 day to the tournament. You didn't see it coming, and these girls and guys, both, they've dealt with it. They've had the governor says wear masks. They have to wear masks. Then you got games being canceled, like Mike said, weather. Like Dan said last night, power going out.
Power went out.
You can't control that. But just let's say if Archmere is down, and that's the game that cost them a shot at the tournament because of a power outage. It's just, I think you have to think about the kids here, and I just think this year it makes sense to just and then go back to normal next year and same thing. If it happens again, then you play it by ear. But I thought they learned their lesson from that football tournament last year when all of a sudden the minimum games they threw out and it cost the team a tournament berth and there was an outcry. I thought they were going to make the adjustments to it, and it just seems like they haven't.
It happened in field hockey last year as well, the first year, 2020-21.
Okay.
With the minimum number of games. And
it's tough.
It's tough. And like you mentioned, Nick, it's 1 extra day on the tournament. I talked to a referee, said they have referees to cover the extra day. If you need to, and I would always suggest spreading these games out. You do have referees that are willing to work 2 or even 3 games in a day. They don't really necessarily want to, but they're willing to do it for the kids. And it's just And then I was just talking to Dan Pisani, the basketball committees. They said they wanted to wait to hear back from the basketball committees. They don't even have meetings on the state's public meeting calendar right now. Through next week, and you have to publicize your meeting by law a week, and you have to publish your agenda a week in advance. So you're looking at least next Thursday minimum before those basketball committees can meet. So anyway, we've gone on long enough about this, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, Nick. It's going to be tough to come to a decision. But switch gears, transition into our picks. I want to hear your 3 guys' upset picks of the week.
Go ahead, Nick.
Go ahead, Nick. You got one?
You know what? I'm going to pull a page out of the committee. I'm punting. Over to Jay and Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, here we go. Girls, and I don't know what day this is, but it is in the next week. Delmarva Christian, 59. Woodbridge, 51. And it's at Delmarva Christian, which kind of helped me a little bit there.
Okay. You going to get down there, Mike, for that one?
I would love to get down there, but I don't know that I can make it to Georgetown on whatever day it is. I think it might be Tuesday. I'm not sure.
All right, Jay?
Oh, man, all right. I'm going a little mild upset here.
Okay.
And it involves, unfortunately, my school. I think Appoquinimink next week at home defeats Slasiana.
Whoa!
So many tough games for the Sal's in a row. On the road at Appo. Appo's playing much better now. They look really good against Middletown. And I'm smart. I'm a Sally's grad. I waited until the kids left. But, it was just an upset pick.
You heard it here first.
And I'll tell you, and again, Jay's been on fire with his upset picks so far this season. Mike, were you shaking your head or nodding in agreement to Jason's pick just now as I looked over at you?
I am a valued member of the Alumni Association. And
now, I will say, I had Sally
I really got to stay.
Last night. That was my pick.
I stay away from
last week's show.
I try to stay away from the Slasiana games for that reason, because sometimes you bet with your head and not, or your heart, not your head. And
that's what can hurt you sometimes, Pat. Is Two good picks there from Jay and Mike as we progress
Tremendous.
into our favorite part of every Wednesday.
Let's do it, Nick.
That's our top plays of the week coming at you live here from Buffalo Wild Wings, Christiana, getting things started here at number 10 as they are up on your screen. Top plays. And there you go, presented by BSN Sports, Delaware Live. Here we go, Justin Hines, Justin Mullen, and Cameron Wilson. Here's our rejections of the week. Getting started here, a double block. Hines and Mullen might have both got a piece there at 10A. Looking now to 10B. And another one underneath.
And now number 9, the pancakes.
Oh.
Yeah, give me some pancakes, buddy. What's your favorite breakfast item, boys? It's a pancake for the pin. Count it out. And here comes another one. Extra syrup on the pancake. Give me some.
That's how you finish a double, Pat. Right there. On to number 8, Mark Hand. You had a chance to check him out yesterday against Howard. Here he is at a game prior. Bam! How about that elevation? Able to take it coast to coast there. Throw it down with 2. I think his head was above the rim.
Kick and elevate. Number 7, Jeremiah Stewart Herring from my alma mater. No, not quite. A little bit off, but that's a nice pass and easy layup find. Look at that. Shoop! No look.
That's all right.
For the bucket.
That was so crisp. On to number 6, Dom Wyatt, John Clemens. We had Caravel on last week, a big game against Tatnall Friday night. How about around the back? He come out to 22 by Taylor Swift. Pat, you're on for a good
He invoked the bone spirit right there. There's number 5, Justin Mullen with the buzzer beater. Look at the Jimbo for 3. Left of the net. The Sal's crew is going crazy on WSAL. Started a big time run, Mike, if you remember.
It was a fun game. Sadie's looking good.
Right in front of the students. Bench. That one has the
I think he
clock
shot it right in front of
expires.
Gary Lumpkin,
Yeah.
who also would have made that shot,
Yes,
by the
he
way.
would.
Here's Gabe Valmont again, another William Penn of William Penn's finest. Let me pull from 3, James Harden style and 1. Tell me that didn't look like James Harden right there.
I love watching
the
Valmont
step back.
play, man. He's awesome.
And Malcolm Roy here for DMA. He's going to have our number 1 play of the week. He wasn't even scheduled to be out on the mat tonight. Gets the late call, gets out there, and he's looking for bonus points. He's going to have 6. The Seahawks. What a season for them this year. They continue to be ranked in the top 2 in Division II. And a big win. When you get your number called like that on the side of the mat, you got to get in there. Phew. What a job.
That's not easy coming off the bench like that, right?
You don't know you're
Yeah.
about to wrestle the dual meet.
Yeah.
It's the cream of the crop, baby.
There you go.
It's the cream of the crop.
What a show tonight, guys.
Tremendous, man. Yeah, definitely. Once again, thanks to all of our guests for coming on. Mike and Jay, appreciate you guys spilling the knowledge as always. Nick, appreciate you leading the way here, fellas. And Nick Halliday, appreciate you getting the job done behind the scenes. So with that, we are going to tap out. No, with all those wrestling highlights I had to do. We're going to tap
on
out.
DLS Weekly.
We got big time games, Sally's and Smyrna on Friday. What else do we got going on this weekend, fellas?
Tomorrow night, we're going to be at Padua for Caesar Rodney and Padua. And then Jason mentioned Saturday, weather permitting, we're going to be in Hockessin for Cape and Sanford. And then Tuesday night, we have the girls.
Ursuline and Archmere.
Archmere, Padua, and who knows what else. Who knows,
Yeah.
you know?
Should be a good one. So you're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to tune into those games for sure, especially if you're not going out and driving around in the snow and we're having tip-offs. You're going to want to be there.
Let us do it for you. We'll drive out in the snow.
We'll see you then. Have a good one.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.